Hi, I'm Jeff. Yesterday I watched China's big military parade, and for me, the most important part wasn't the missiles or the tanks, it was who was sitting in the front row. The foreign leaders weren't from the West, they were almost all from what we call the Global South, like South Asia, Central Asia, and Africa, where for years the narrative has been about the pessimistic view of the US-China decoupling. But the real story might be happening elsewhere. The critical question is this: is economic decoupling between the West and China irreversible? If it's irreversible, where do all these supply chains go? Maybe part of it will go back to the homeland, like the US. But for some basic manufacture, it's very hard to imagine American companies to build factories in the United States or the UK to make clothes or just assemble iPhones. The only logical destination for this massive industrial capacity is the Global South. This isn't just about China finding new friends, it's a fundamental economic transfer. Even if it's driven by geopolitics, it's still a massive industrial transfer. That means foreign direct investment, jobs, and infrastructure for these developing nations. Over time, this inevitably raises local purchasing power. So the so-called poor relatives of the world will become the middle class, creating a vast new consumer market. And based on my own experience, this is a two-way street. It's not just China selling goods, it's a new wave of people from these rising economies coming to China to travel, to study, to do business. This leads me to a bigger idea. For the last century, our understanding of the world has been dominated by a North Atlantic worldview, which is mostly focused on the North America and Europe. But if decoupling is the new reality, there may be another equatorial worldview in the future. This doesn't mean the West becomes unimportant. It's still a primary source of the global GDP and advanced technology outside of China, and is respectable. But it means the center of gravity for growth, opportunity, and strategic competition is shifting south. The real action will be in the band of nations across South Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and South America. They are the ones who stand to benefit from this great power competition. So when I watched the parade, I didn't just see a display of military hardware. I saw a map of a new emerging world economic order, one where the South is becoming more important than ever. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.